Hello world, welcome back to Accelerate and welcome to day 2 of the Accelerate 500. If you're joining us for the first time, I highly suggest you go back and watch the day 1 video of the Accelerate 500, linked in the corner of the video or in the description, just so you know the whole reason behind the Accelerate 500 and how we got here. So, welcome to day 2. Day 2 will see us heading out from Holyhead all the way down to St David's via the west coast. We hit the road from the Premier Inn, Holyhead, heading towards the closest petrol station, which happened to be a Tesco Extra in Penrose Industrial Estate, a mere 2-minute drive down from the A5153 from the hotel. Once fueled up, we took a detour from the original route to visit Anglesey Circuit. Although a few of the boys had been here before, it's one track Kenny and I have never done, but we are hoping to do very soon. We were a bit disappointed that it was closed and we couldn't really get anywhere near the track. Never mind, made for some good footage though. Yes, once again I was outside getting soaked as the boys rested in their warm, dry cars. From Anglesey Circuit, we were not just hit by torrential rain, but full-on hailstones too. I told you we were cursed. After a few more minutes of driving, something amazing happened. The sun came out. Also amazing was the fact that we tried racing the TT in the Civic. No sooner than it coming out, the sun went away again. We jumped onto the A487, racking up the miles and taking in the beautiful views heading towards Porthmadog. Fortunately, there are a fair few petrol stations along the way, like this SR station in Porthmadog, again offering premium fuel. We then entered this place. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this, but this place hosted some gorgeous mountain views. We drove through another little village and drove past this amazing castle. Honestly, the scenes in this place are amazing. Our next stop was what we believe was Barmouth beachfront. This place looked really nice, but honestly guys, we could barely stand upright because of the sheer force of the wind. So after getting some nice photos, we jumped back in the warm cars and headed out.
Don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink.
At this point, we were craving some caffeine, so we stopped for a coffee at a cafe just opposite the Upper Borth beach. Now, the great thing about this beach is you're allowed to drive your car onto the beach. Once again, we got some awesome pictures. A massive shout out to the guy patrolling the beach as he offered to take a few photos of us all together. We then hit the road once again to do some car spotting.
Look, another piece of crap.
Checking in. We've just come from Abereye. Where have we come from?
Yeah, we're about half hour away from Abereye where we just...
It all sounds the same to me. Look at these signs. It is literally just a jumbled up bunch of letters at this point.
Yeah, we just come from Abereye. We were going to stop in Aberporth, Newquay. We were going to stop in a few different places. However, the time is getting on.
Well,
and
more
the weather.
so than that,
yes.
Yeah. The weather is absolutely shocking. So it's the beginning of April, and because this has got to be the worst weather in history.
It's insane.
April. It's crazy.
We were in Florida for Hurricane Nicole, and the winds were like this.
Yeah.
They really were.
And I know it probably won't pick up on camera. The rain is torrential, but the wind is it's crazy.
It's insane, honestly.
The idea of this trip was to get basically the route nailed down, and we did say we want to stop as many times as we can just to see for the next time and to get nailed down for you guys to see when it's worth stopping and what stops are worth doing.
Yeah.
But that kind of has kicked us in the teeth because the weather, we stood outside by the beach a lot of the time and you can't even stand up some of the times.
We just dropped Jay off now. He's on his way back. He only stayed the one night with us. Dave was trying to get out of his car and I had to actually hold his door open because he just couldn't keep hold of it.
So once again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us because everyone's just so positive still. I mean, it's been a long day, and for somehow it seems more tiring because of the weather, and I'm not even driving.
Well, I'm just kind of glad we're in the Audi for that.
Yeah, I'm not sad at all that we're in the... I mean, we can have a nice conversation. And,
exactly. It's
But the next step, just wanted to have a catch up because this road trips are always long. It's hard work in the rain, but like I said before, it might sound cheesy, but as long as you've got the right people with you, we're still thoroughly enjoying it. The scenery is absolutely beautiful. We've had feedback from each of the cars. We tried, we said them to be honest, and they've just said some of the roads we've gone through are
the scenery. When we left Barmouth, we come up through all the mountain roads, and you got the lake. Oh, it was absolutely breathtaking, wasn't it?
You'd never believe you're in Wales.
You wouldn't, no.
Apart from the weather. That brings you back to reality.
Yeah, you're right there.
But anyway, the next step now. It's always good to have a passenger to use as your nav.
It's good when they can read a map.
Yeah. That's the only thing you need from a shotgun.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I do.
I could really do one next time. So if anyone knows anyone,
I'm not invited next time.
But yeah, we're going to Fishguard now. We're gonna have a little stop there, have a little look. The weather is. Well, the rain's starting to die off, so fingers crossed. Yeah. Every time we seem to get out, it just starts chucking it down again.
Calling it the accelerate curse, but we'll catch up with you guys when we get there anyway.
Yes.
When we get to Fishguard.
See you there.
We made it to Fishguard. The weather was still horrendous, but we had some food and a well-deserved break. We hit some more little villages on the way to St. David's until the road opened up to some lovely country settings. After the last fuel stop of the day, we made it to the Premier Inn in St. David's. Once we'd settled in, we all decided to take a walk to the nearby village for some food and a few pints. We eventually headed back to the hotel for some well-deserved sleep. Good morning, day three. Day three.
I was using the camera on and the sun is actually out.
Which I'm not complaining about.
No, I'm not.
Pretty much the only time we've seen this is the whole trip.
Yeah.
So we're at St. David's now. Got to St. David's last night. We stayed in the Premier Inn, and this is the Premier Inn of St. David's, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's only one here. Now, the reason we're using the Premier Inns ourselves is just purely because we know what we're going to get. Yes. Now, there is like bed and breakfast. If there's a bunch of you, I think next time, like to do an Airbnb. So, there's lots and lots of different options. Like I said, we use these central locations, easy.
Yes. Now, that is something we will look into. Like I said, we are trying to sort of nail down the whole trip because we want people, if they do want to do the Accelerate 500, they can just follow our steps and just think, we're doing all the hard work for you. That is the whole point of the trip. So, see? Nice another full of petrolhead there. So we've got an M4. Yeah. We've just loaded the car up.
Yep.
The boys are up there waiting patiently for us, so I think...
Yeah, we got to go and get some fuel for Dave first, though, because that's things quite
obviously. So, yes, let's load up and hit the road. So, just starting day 3 now, we're on 421 miles. Now, we should state, we've taken this car out for food. This has been the support vehicle, so we've had a couple of the boys jump in to go out for food. We have done a couple of detours, like I said, just to try and see if it's worth putting on the route.
Hello.
Morning, chaps.
Morning. Good morning.
Hey, that's better. Bit of energy in the morning. So this is probably the first time you guys are going to see these in the sunshine. And I got to say, the carbon just gleams. All these cars are looking fantastic. Now, Che in the DC5 had to split yesterday due to family commitments, which we completely understand, but even he said he really enjoyed it. For the first time in the whole trip, I think that thing is guaranteed to stay out for a while. And I don't think it's too long until we're getting onto some nice roads. So, we are gonna have some fun, finally. Well, I won't because I'm stuck in this thing, but hey ho. Yeah, let me in. Wow. For day 3, we began on the A487, then onto the A40 through Haverfordwest. As expected, we hit some nice windy roads where even Kenny had a bit of fun throwing the Audi around. We were so grateful to be seeing the sun in the sky, and it really made for some beautiful views.
With you, when
The A40 road offers some amazing scenes, which is handy because we were on there a while, not complaining at all. Passing through Carmarthen and onto Llandovery, we had to stop at the Owl's Nest Tea Diner in Llandovery. The Owl's Nest is a known meeting spot for bikers of all sorts, and I have to say a massive thank you to the owner Ian. Even though we weren't on bikes, Ian and his staff, as well as the other bikers there, were all very welcoming and very supportive when we mentioned we were filming for our YouTube channel. Visiting this place solidified my theory that the biking community is on a different level to the car community. If you're ever in the area, heck, even if you're not in the area, you need to visit the Owl's Nest and try their cappuccino. Thank you again, Ian. Really appreciate the hospitality. Once we were fed and watered, we packed up, got comfy and headed out. We found ourselves again on some nice windy roads and Kenny couldn't resist giving the A4 some stick, effectively leaving Phil in a Nismo 370Z in the distance. I'm sure he had his reasons.
Where are you, Phil, mate?
We then made it to one of the most anticipated parts of the trip.
One of the last stops of the trip, and arguably one of the best. You join me here at the hairpin at the Black Mountain Pass, A4 609. Now, I know there's a lot of hate going on because they've just put up some average speed cameras, but it doesn't take away from the absolute stunning scenery. And finally, we've got a day that thing is still in the sky, shining bright. You can still have fun up and down these roads, obviously within the speed limit, and I think the boys are just loading up now. So let's hear them make some noise.
Turn the damn traction off!
At this point, we say goodbye to Dan and Sean in the EP3, as well as Phil in his 370Z. Dave, Luke, Kenny and I then hit the road, heading down a slight detour to the original route. This seemed like a good idea until we realised that all of a sudden we were dragging Dave's TTRS and his very expensive carbon bits down a very tight lane. Massive apologies, Dave.
Oh, you good? Yeah.
It was worth it in the end because we ended up on these gorgeous roads. Now, rather than ending up back at Trago Mills in Merthyr where we started, which you can do if you want to do a full loop, we wanted to end somewhere a bit more scenic.
That was the Accelerate 500 and what I would consider a massive success for the first run and what I want to call the prototype run.
Yeah, definitely a practice run, wasn't it?
Yeah, we are going to do it again in the nicer weather, and the only reason I say the nicer weather, as we said previously, I want to thank all of the guys because as a collective, they just did not let the weather get them down. But the reason we do want to do it in nicer weather is just to nail down the parts that are worth stopping for and the parts you can probably skip so we can nail the route for you guys.
Yeah, now, don't get me wrong, I think where we did stop was absolutely fantastic. There was one or two we wanted to stop at, but obviously weather was against us. Like, for example, Newquay. Lovely to drive through Newquay, however, it was gale force winds as we were passing it. There was just no point. So.
Yeah, there were a few places we stopped sort of by the sea and the wind was, you couldn't do anything.
No, but despite all that, the actual scenes, everything we could see
Yep.
It was just absolutely stunning.
And we'd still recommend it. So if anyone does want the route, we are going to try and figure out a way to, I don't know, put it into a PDF, give you all the details you need. But if you do want to do it from this video, just let us know and we'll send some details that we can.
Yeah, I'll even send a copy of the maps. Maybe if you're closer, it'll be a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of pieces of paper otherwise.
Yes. So yeah, we will be doing it again, and I wanted to see the next one and probably be the finalising one. Yeah. But as considering this is an experiment, like I said, the guys that we went with just absolutely just can't fault them.
Absolutely fantastic.
So we found a lovely location here. I cannot believe the sun is still out shining. We've got Dave's beautiful TTRS. We've got Dave and Luke made it right to the end. Legends. So yeah,
the other boys, I just want to make sure the boys did make it home. We haven't left them anywhere.
That's the main thing.
But, yeah, basically from the Black Mountain, it was some from Swansea. So yeah, they just dispersed. It was easier for them.
And I want to say a massive hats off because Kenny dragged Dave all the way through the lanes in this bleeding thing. And I just want to show you think, oh, this is a show car. Dave drives this thing. Look at this, look at the conditions, and he's still on about taking it to shows and that on the weekend.
He's got a show this weekend, so
he has, yes.
Better get some cleaning.
So yes, as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one.
No booms!
Yeah, that's always handy.